Hello, everybody. My name is Riley Dodd, and I will be um, presenting on packet sniffing. So, in today's modern world, packet sniffing is a crucial tool for figuring out what is happening in computer networks and keeping them secure. This presentation will go into what packet sniffing is, what it is used for, and explain how Wireshark can be used for both good and bad. So, what is packet sniffing? Packet sniffing is often used for the gathering of data or packets that pass through a specific network. It involves the interception and analysis of data packets traveling across a network. So these packets or subsets of packets can contain everything that is being transferred through the network or server, anything like that. So a packet can be tracked or traced as they travel, regardless of how they're addressed, um, which is the different protocols. And these include like TCP, HTTP, UDP, ARP, and a whole lot of others. So packet sniffing in its purest form can be used to monitor the traffic to a specific network. It can be used to track bandwidth, um, troubleshooting and optimization to security monitors and so much more. So what is a packet sniffing attack? So a packet sniffing attack, also known as packet sniffing or network sniffing, is a method used by hackers to capture and analyze data that is being transmitted over a network. So this involves intercepting and inspecting the data packets that are exchanged between devices on a network. And these devices can include computers, servers, phones, or any other networked devices. So some forms of packet sniffing attacks include unauthorized access and data interception. So unauthorized access can be used by attackers to capture sensitive information, such as usernames, passwords, or other confidential information as it travels across a network. So this information can then be used for unauthorized access, identity theft, or other malicious activities. And the next is data interception, which can be used to intercept and capture undecrypted data. And this allows the attackers to read or modify the information before it reaches the intended destination. Um, So to perform one of these attacks, an attacker typically employs specialized software or hardware known as packet sniffers or network analyzers. And these tools allow for the capture and analysis of data packets. So one I'll be going into more depth about in this presentation will be Wireshark. But to prevent this, the use of encryption protocols such as HTTPs for web traffic to secure the data and transmit, and then also using VPNs and other security measures can help enhance overall network security and privacy. And to add on to this, most of the time when a packet sniffing attack happens, um, it happens on smaller networks. That aren't that's using unencrypted data virtually. So as this is saying, like using VPNs or certain procedures to like kind of encrypt the data that is being transmitted can prevent a packet sniffing attack from happening. So Wireshark, it is a widely used packet sniffing or packet analysis tool that can be downloaded on any computer for free. And it provides a transparent window into the data traffic moving through a network. So it is often used by network administrators for many different things, including network troubleshooting, performance optimization, and security monitoring. It allows these administrators to identify and resolve network issues by analyzing packets that are being transmitted at a very fine level. And this aids in diagnosing problems like latency, packet loss, and misconfigurations. And it also provides insights into bandwidth usage, helping organizations enhance their network efficiency. Uh, and it's also a valuable tool for detecting security threats by monitoring network traffic for suspicious activities, and it assists in identifying potential security breaches and aids in the development of proactive security measures. So with Wireshark being a powerful tool for organizations to analyze their networks, it can also be used for malicious activities. It can be manipulated for malicious purposes, posing serious threats to digital security and privacy. And it is essential to understand the harm that can be caused when this tool is not used in the way it is supposed to be used. And then some of the major malicious things that it can be used for are password sniffing, session hijacking, and data interception. So the first one is password sniffing. Um, and Wireshark can become a dangerous tool for attackers when employed for password sniffing. And in this application, attackers leverage the tool to intercept and alter data packets transmitted over unencrypted connections. So these attackers can easily capture login credentials, including usernames and passwords as they travel throughout the network. And this practice, it compromises the security of user accounts, providing unauthorized access to sensitive information and potentially leading to identity theft or unauthorized system access. And the next one is session hijacking. So session hijacking is one of the more sophisticated applications of Wireshark, and attackers can use Wireshark to intercept and manipulate the communication between devices, effectively gaining control over active sessions. And by taking over an ongoing session, attackers can impersonate legitimate users using confidential or access confidential information and execute unauthorized actions. And this poses a significant threat to the integrity and confidentiality of user interactions within a network, potentially leading to unauthorized access to sensitive systems or data. Um, and the last one is data interception, uh, which uh, attackers can access with access to Wireshark may exploit its capabilities for the purpose of data interception. So this involves the unauthorized capture and collection of sensitive information as it travels the network. And this can include like financial transactions, personal communications, and other confidential data. And they become susceptible to the interception by an attacker. So the attackers can then use the acquired information uh, for various purposes, including financial fraud, identity theft, or corporate espionage. And this represents a grave violation of privacy and underscores the critical need for robust encryption measures to safeguard sensitive information. And then a quick conclusion. So, Wireshark as a packet sniffing tool is a double-edged sword. When used responsibly, it serves as an invaluable asset for network administrators, aiding in troubleshooting, optimization, and security monitoring. However, its power also poses ethical challenges and potential risk when wielded with malicious intent. And striking a balance between the legitimate use of Wireshark for network management and the ethical considerations surrounding privacy is crucial in navigating the complex nature of packet sniffing in the modern world. And responsible use and awareness are important um, to harness the benefits of Wireshark while mitigating its potential for harm. And then for um, the demo I provide in this presentation, it will kind of just be a quick and simple walkthrough of how Wireshark works and captures packets. And it'll also demonstrate how packets can be extracted. So we can pull up our Wireshark window here, and up at the top, we see that there was a DNS conversation happening. And then we come down and we see the three TCP, which shows our TCP three-way handshake, which just kind of ensures that the connection was established. And then we see a couple HTTPs and all the rest are TCPs. So using this, we mainly are focusing on this, which as you can see, it shows the number of the packet, the time, and then the source IP address, the destination IP address, the protocol. And then if we come over here under the information, we can see that the client is asking, but saying get images, and then we have a PNG right here, which is Packet Pioneer logo. So this is what we're trying to extract from this window. So we will click on it, and the first thing we want to do is we want to come down here to where it says Transmission Control Protocol Source Port. And we will right click on this, and we will come to Protocol Preferences. And then we want to make sure that this right here is selected, which is the Allow Subdissector to Reassemble TCP Streams. So virtually what this does is the subdissector will be able to reassemble all the streams or packets into one. Virtually it'll restore all of them back into one instead of the individual packets. And if we don't have this selected, like I just said, it will treat each packet independently and it won't give us the outcome that we want. And quick note, this is a default setting, so it should always be checked no matter what, but it is just good practice to come in and make sure that it is selected. So once we make sure that's selected, we'll come up here and we will come to the top left corner and we'll click the file tab, and then we'll come down to export objects. And from here, you can see that there are many things that we can export by default from Wireshark, and this being DICOM, FTP data, HTTP, IMF, SMB, and TFTP. But the one we're focusing on in this demo is HTTP. So we'll go ahead and we'll click HTTP. And as we can see, there are two objects that we can export from Wireshark. So we will come down here and we will click Save All, and this will pop up a screen that we can virtually save the files anywhere that we want on this computer. So I'm going to come to this. I've made a special folder called Information Security Demo. I'll go ahead and click that, and that's the folder I'll select. So then we can close this, we can come down, and now we're in this, so we can come to this PC, Windows, and we can go to our folder, and we see that the two files are there just waiting for us in this folder, and this is the one that we were trying to export, was the PNG file. And we can see that we successfully exported the packets from Wireshark, which gives us this photo. And another note is there are so many things that Wireshark can export, like different file types and everything. This is just a quick and simple kind of demonstration of how you can export certain things from Wireshark. But another thing to note here is earlier when I said that if you didn't have the subdissector selected, it would treat each packet independently. And so if we come up here to the three-way handshake and we right click on it, we can come down to follow and then TCP stream. And this virtually just breaks the packets down into streams and shows us like what's happening in a way. So in this one, there are 2 client packets and then 10 server packets, and the client packets are highlighted in red. and the server packets are highlighted in blue. So you can virtually just see like the individual streams and how they're communicating. And this is in ASCII, but we can come down here and we can change it to so many different things to view it. So like we could look at it as a hex dump. We could look at it as C arrays, raw binary, which is this, and it just shows what's happening in the TCP stream. Um, so like I stated, the demo is just kind of a quick and simple walkthrough of how Wireshark can extract packets, and you can figure out what's going on. And then here are my sources. Thank y'all.